Hey there, welcome to my channel for Evolved Humans. I am Miss Day. I'm just going to do a collective reading. So right before I was getting on, I can already feel whoever I'm talking to, I think that something ended. There's a phase of your life that you absolutely closed the door on. A chapter has ended. I don't know what happened, but there's something that happened internally. You know when this moment was. And I'm not sure what happened, but it's like something shifted internally in you. And then in the next phase, I feel like that shift actually made it difficult for you to tolerate whatever was going on around you or who you were surrounded with at the time. And I think that going through that actually put you into another phase, and I think it was almost like depressing, or like a period of sort of like suffering all of the injustices that had happened. I feel like something shifted, you changed your mind, then you decided, holy crap, this is what's happening all around me, and now I'm going into a new phase. And instead of just going into the new phase, you got hit by like having to kind of examine what you had experienced. It felt like you were still in the middle of it, because the shift I'm talking about wasn't like you moved out or you packed. It was like an internal thing. Like there was a moment where something happened, and this was like a big shift in you as a person, and you just like changed your own awareness, and you were like, no, like line drawn. And going forward, I think it became difficult for you to tolerate certain people around you that you didn't have a problem tolerating before. And I feel like that I think you went through a period of blaming yourself, like there was something wrong, like you were loving them badly, like almost guilted because you had accepted certain levels, and then seeing those levels, I feel like you felt bad for even seeing that they were intolerable, which sounds weird. So then I think that shifted because of your love for them. For whatever reason, I feel like you grew. Like whatever happened, I feel like it was because you grew. You chose that it was the moment for you to step forward in yourself, personally, in your life purpose. And I think that going forward, you actually did take the time to do that. And I feel like you manifested something for yourself, like a new situation or position that didn't exist before you decided that you were going to come into your own path again. So for whatever reason, I don't know if it's like a romantic relationship, but that's kind of what it felt like at first. Like as soon as I started, it was like shift. And I don't think it was like a physical or a circumstantial type of shift. I think it was all personal and internal. So something in you started growing and transitioning. And I don't know, but whatever position you created around you, I don't think that it's not gotten you so, like you have things to show for this journey. You have certain accomplishments that you kind of made sure that you zoned back in on after grieving and going through a period of immense, like just grief, just pain. I think that I feel like there was someone too in your past, maybe, that whatever shifted, I think that it made you remember a need. It's like something wasn't fulfilled, and it's like it was getting even more narrow as to it giving you benefits over the years. And then when this shift happened, I feel like you recognized, whoa, this is not for me. I'm settling for something I know is not healthy, or not really healthy, not respectful. And so I feel like going forward, you actually turned inward and went through a really dark phase, maybe like a really dark personal growth period. And that I just have to say, because it's so hard and you found your grounding again, you should feel really badass. Like, you should feel really solid that you can handle anything going forward. That's what I feel like about your energy, just so you know. Because whatever you did, it has started sparking good things coming. You don't know that yet because I don't feel like you're feeling all the good stuff yet internally. Like, I feel like you're still holding on to some stuff that needs to heal. So I want to add a couple more because I feel like this is definitely, I don't know, maybe you're being awakened to your abilities. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like you've already known you've had abilities for a long time, and I think that you're actually using them, and that your journey has been a rough one. I don't think it's a slowly paced thing that you've been going through. I think it was rough at the start. I really do. And I think that you've been given guidance. I think you've had a guide along this, a masculine energy with you. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know that even if you haven't and I feel like you're actually supposed to align with your guides, and it's all about new. Like, you need to open up and let yourself experience something totally different now. This is a new phase. This is like a matured version of what you wanted when you were younger. This is almost like a dream state. So you have paid and made sacrifices. You've made sacrifices. I think that you sacrificed time in joy going through your inner work. And I think that you found a grounding, and this is doing good things going forward. You're going to get good things going forward. And I don't mean things. I mean going forward, you're opening up that dream state, that life that you kind of like envisioned is a little, like, I just keep thinking like way back, like that you saw yourself as a certain type of adult when you were tiny. Maybe not tiny. I guess I'm saying tiny, and I'm thinking probably like 7 to 10. I could be wrong, but it feels like that flashy childhood state, where everything's kind of like really fast moving when you're in that early childhood, and you're like excited at every cool event, and you don't really care about the bad one because the next good one is so cool. It just like overstimulates you. That's what I feel like your next state is. It's like your next phase is to accept good relationships, first of all. I don't think you have to lose everybody. I feel like you were like, oh, I'm going to go forward alone. I think you need to give yourself time. The way that you were self-reflecting and doing inner work and building your self-respect, crazy. So I was actually just thinking, so the card that actually made me think you had a masculine past loved one guide, I just flicked it. And it's interesting because going forward, I think you actually have, I don't know if this is a past relationship, couple type thing, or a friend or a sibling, but I feel like someone's like coming back, and it's a masculine too. And I don't think they're coming back to lead you or guide you. I think that they're coming back in because you're entering that dream state, and I think that you're a light worker because you're going forward, and I think you're going to help them too. I think that you have gone through all of this, and you think it's not for a reason. That's why before the last 3 cards, the reading was all about like you creating reactions that you don't necessarily see yet, but they are good. You've sparked something. There's a movement because you were willing to go inside, because you were willing to grieve what was and face the truth about what was. Like, I feel like you owned responsibility even though you were not responsible for like the decision maker. Like, I feel like you decided, okay, this is a definite hard no for me. I'm not aligned with that. And in that moment, I don't think you realized that like that was you shifting internally. You said no. You said, I want better because I deserve better. And then you went through the journey and you proved it. Like, not that that was necessary to prove it, but I'm saying the journey was necessary, and you owned it and you dove all the way in. I feel like you hit rock bottom with all of your willpower directed to it, not in a depressing type of way, even if it felt like it was depressing. I feel like you were willing to go, okay, what do I need to sort through? Which is really, really powerful. And that's why a lot of times really powerful people get stuck in those moments. So you came out of it. You came out in almost like a slow paced, stealthy way. And so now going forward, it's only going to get faster. You're going to speed up now. Every transition forward now is going to give you a new heightened awareness and excitement. So going forward, I think that you're going to align with, I don't know if it's someone from your past or maybe someone coming in like a friend that reminds you of that connection from your past. And I think that this is going to be because you start speaking out what it is that you think you would like to experience now. Start speaking that out, because I feel like the power is literally in your hands. Like the message is the power is in your hands. The power has been in your hands all along. Does that mean that you had control of how hard it was? No, nobody did. Because when you have to go inside, the decision is to go through the truth, accept the truth emotionally, and then decide to go a different way because of that new awareness. Or to go in and get blocked and not do it because you're too scared to face it. You were not too scared to face it. Whoever I'm talking to, this is all for the greater good, okay? I don't care if that sounds silly, because I know that if you are watching my videos that this is on purpose. And I think that going forward, you need to know that the power is in your hands, and that it was kind of like, think about the speed of your timeline now. Think about the slow of the pain and the heaviness of the pain, because I know that you have senses here. And then think about your introspective journey, and then coming back out with a new grounding. Look what you've done. That's amazing. That is self-growth, if it were a definition, right there, what you did. And the next phase is it's faster. You have experienced stability now. And now the goal next is to step into, take the power. You've got the power in your hands. So it's like you have to step forward and be like, it's my choice now. What comes next? And I don't mean do it with like a big head or something. It's more like step into, I need to be expressing the things I'm experiencing. So you're gonna need to have somebody who can be there to like understand and listen through this time. That's how I feel like you operate best, when you can process your thoughts out loud. Because sometimes writing them doesn't help us, especially if you're continuing like some of us are just better when we can say it with our mouth as opposed to writing it with our hands. Some people are better with writing. I feel like who I'm talking to right now with this reading, like I feel like you need to connect to some people and you need to be able to vocalize things to them. Because it's not about what they give you back, it's about them receiving what your true experience is, because that's kind of what like your guides have been doing all along. And to speed up, you want to do action now. You want your action to be what's bringing this speed, so that you are going faster and faster into excited for life. So I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like, okay, so if you like the way that I speak it, the readings, or if you're interested in more tips or like just guidance along the way in becoming a medium or a light worker or a healer, this is my goal here. So I really hope that this helps someone, and if this applies to you, let yourself receive it. Because I went in with the full focus of asking my guides to make sure that this video is shown to whoever needs it at the moment they need it. And that's how I'm going to address every single video coming on after. So, okay, I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or anywhere or anything whenever you see this video. And if you like the way I read, then please subscribe to my channel and click like, because I think that the more people that I can help, then I don't know who I'm supposed to help like specifically out in YouTube, but I'd really like to be able to spread the messages in tiny increments so that it helps people along the way, because I took 10 years just to organize my own interpretation. So I really want to help others in their like journey forward with aligning with their own abilities and to how to do the inner work so that it comes quicker. I'm like messing up my words, so I'm gonna go, okay, bye.